Okay, moving on. So really the highlight which I want to go through today has been the performance of commodities over the last quarter. And we'll have a look at some of the star performance over the course of the last few months here, which certainly include sugar, silver, gold. We've seen some runaway moves. So commodities have gone on to post their best quarterly performance now since 2010. They've outperformed stocks, bonds and currencies. Hedge funds remain big players in this market, big buyers of commodities during the quarter, with bullish and net long positions hitting record 2-year highs of 1.53 million lots. We can see the best performers so far this year have included silver, soybeans, sugar, heating oil, Brent crude oil, zinc, US crude oil, natural gas, gold, and coffee. So we've had some runaway moves on these markets. Now, previously to Brexit, we did cover actually what we were looking at during the course of the EU referendum. We did a very special webinar that day on the Thursday. And for those of you who followed that particular report that we did, the very special training, we discussed with you exactly what we were looking for in terms of a breakout opportunity with gold if we were to see the UK exit the European Union. And that played out perfectly. So at the Gold and Silver Club, we actually stayed up throughout the Asia Pacific session to trade the breakout, and we had a great breakout on gold. It got triggered beyond our entry level at 1,285 US dollars per ounce. This was roughly about 3 a.m. UK or London time that we got into that position. We've caught a runaway move on that market very quickly for 500 points, but it's a position that we continue to hold, and we also continue to be in additional long positions at the moment on gold. But again, hopefully those of you who caught our very special training, we discussed exactly what you needed to do if we were to see a Brexit scenario play out. So obviously that caused a lot of shock to the markets. It caused uncertainty. We saw gold break out, surged. In fact, gold has now again breached above the highs which we saw following on from the decision for voters following on from Brexit of the UK to come out of the European Union. We've continued to surge on gold. It hasn't really pulled back much at all. In fact, yesterday was the strongest close on gold in 2 years. We've seen gold net longs now jump to a new record high of 273,000 lots in the second quarter. Gold prices, they rallied 12% to hit a 2-year high in June. And so far this year, gold is now up 28% from where prices started at the beginning of the year at 1,060. It's been a huge beneficiary of the Brexit decision. We've seen a lot of capital flow into gold and also into silver as well. So silver has actually gone on to outshine gold now. So far, silver up over 35% this year. We saw an incredible move actually over the last week. We continue to see money managers and hedge funds add to their positions on silver, bringing the contracts up to record highs there in terms of the amount of long positions in this market. We've seen silver price jump 17% in the past month, and we've now just over the course of this week, on Monday, we breached 21 US dollars per ounce, and we've continued to ride this move as well following, well, actually prior to Brexit, we had positions on, but those have continued to perform extremely well over the course of the last few weeks here. So silver, again, one of the best performing markets this year. Another runaway move that we've had over 2016, which I want to certainly put on your radar, is sugar, because sugar prices have now risen over 30% this year. The sugar market continues to soar in 2016. Global supplies of the sweetener shift into deficit. Sugar prices have rallied over 30% in the second quarter, and sugar, it's been its strongest gains here in 6 years, since 2010. So hopefully that fills you in a little bit here in terms of where we are in the context of these markets right now. In fact, I will just go back to silver here and just show you the overall increase. Again, sugar and silver, sugar up 30%, silver up 35%.